Hey everybody, so today I am here to share with you guys our wish list for our next baby. For those of you who don't know, we are trying to conceive right now, and we also have two daughters at home. Sophie is 3 and Remy is a little over 1.5 years old. So we do have a lot of baby stuff, and unfortunately, since we've been smart about like gender neutral stuff, I think we would be set even if we did end up with a boy. You know, stuff like the car seat, the pack and play, our swing, it's still all gender neutral and good to go and ready to use. So fortunately for us, we don't need to replace any of that. The swing we might have to end up replacing when baby actually gets here, because it was kind of on the fritz with Remy, but I'm gonna run it until it quits basically. But a lot of this stuff we are fortunate that we can just keep handing down from kid to kid, and that works really well. So I'm pretty fortunate with that, because that saves a ton of money not having to buy new stuff like that with each kid. And the reason why I'm sitting over here like this is I'm just going to put pictures right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I do have like an Amazon wish list that I add stuff if I think of it, but I haven't added anything to it in a really long time, and I was trying to rack my brain when I was making the notes for this video, and I really can't think of anything else other than what I'm about to tell you guys. Of course, there's stuff like diapers and wipes, you know, diaper rash cream, things like that that are just, you know, you got to buy with every kid. So there'll be things like that that's not on this list. There's also stuff like clothes, which I typically just go through the girls' clothes depending on, you know, what season, what was able to be handed down, stuff like that. If it was a boy, obviously we'd have to start from scratch. And then there's also the muslin swaddle blanket with the girls. They each got one blanket that is now put away. It's theirs. We used it in the hospital for their pictures, and that's just really been sentimental to me. You know, Sophie still has hers, Remy still has hers. We put all the other ones away, but they keep those ones. And I really want to keep that tradition going. So with this next baby, whether it be a girl or a boy, they will get their own specific muslin blanket, but we don't pick those out for quite a while. And obviously, not being pregnant, not knowing what we're having, I'm not going to pick one out yet. So to get started on my actual list, I put these in order from most important to least important. We do have money put away, but of course, obviously, things come up. You know, we might not be able to get everything that we want on our list, and that's just going to have to be something that we play by ear. The first thing on my list is car seat protectors for Sophie, and let me explain. So by the time this next baby would be born, Sophie will be 4, and we plan on forward facing her at the age of 4. So she will get car seat covers that are just like one goes underneath, and then kick mats so she doesn't get the back of our seats dirty. And then the baby would get Sophie's old car seat protector, and basically this is just one of the things that it protects the actual seats in the car, so Sophie would just pass hers down to the next baby. And then the next thing on my list is Binkies. Now I want to try to go the natural rubber route with this baby, although both Sophie and Remy took to MAM really well. You know, if the baby doesn't seem to take to these natural rubber ones, then I would of course go to MAM, but all of the ones the girls had just needed to go. I could not pass any of those down. And then the next thing on my list are glass Juvy bottles. Now you guys know that I've done a ton of different bottle reviews and stuff like that, and I've tried a lot, but what I want to stick with are the glass Juvies. I already have a couple, they work phenomenal, and I just want to get away from plastic, so that's why I think I'm going to sell off the remainder of my bottles, and with that I'm going to buy some glass Juvy bottles, like a couple of sets to have a good amount, because I do plan on exclusively pumping with any future children that we have. So I'm going to use those, and I'm really excited just because I know that we already like them, so that's something that I want to get done. The next thing on my list is more towels in the bathroom, and this is because we have had those baby towels, but I just don't find them thick enough. Maybe I'm not looking at the right stores. If you know of ones, please let me know, but I feel like they're always super thin, and of course babies want to be warm. I feel like both of the girls at first really hated baths because they didn't like to be cold, so I can't ever find ones that are thick and warm enough. And right after Remy was born, we were trying to use those, and I just quit doing it, and I used our regular old towels, you know, the ones we bathe with, and they work amazingly. They're super thick because they're meant for adults, and they absorb a lot of water, but they're big enough to really wrap baby in. So I just want to get more, because obviously there'd be 5 people using them at this point, but that's something that is like top level. The next couple of things are absolute must-haves, and that is a baby book and some monthly stickers. The monthly stickers I typically get from Walmart. They have them really cheap, and I do believe the pack that I got with Remy even had milestone ones like I can crawl, I can sit up, stuff like that. It was really cool, and they're really inexpensive. They're typically on like those little strips that hang off of stuff in the diaper or baby aisles, and they're like $2 or $3, and I love them. So obviously, depending on boy or girl, I'll get corresponding ones with that. But the baby book that I have in mind, I've already looked at a boutique near me, and it is seriously precious. It's pretty gender neutral, but thinking back to the girls, I think both of theirs is also gender neutral. And that's just something that I think we buy right off the bat. I like to document that stuff. I know a lot of people are like, your kids are never gonna look at those, but I'm not gonna give them to my kids. They're gonna be for me, because I'm definitely gonna be that kind of mom who just like sits around and looks at her kids' baby stuff. But I like doing that stuff. I keep the girls up to date, and like I just enjoy it for myself. So I'm definitely gonna get a baby book and those stickers. I just love doing that kind of thing. Next up is something I went back and forth on, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get one, and that is a sound machine. I was thinking about weaning Remy off of hers because she still goes to sleep with it. I guess I shouldn't say weaning. I don't think she needs it because I don't think my grandma really ever puts it on for her. But at the same time, I was thinking the girls will be sharing a room together by the time we have another baby, and I was wondering if we shouldn't just put one in there softly at night to maybe drown out any of the baby crying. They're both pretty heavy sleepers, so I wouldn't anticipate for them to wake up, but you never know, and I was wondering if it just wouldn't help. So I'm thinking that's probably what we'll do, and we'll just get a new sound machine for baby. Next is something that's pretty boring, but I've been regretting not getting them sooner, and those are stroller hooks for my diaper bag. Right now, I can fit it in whatever cart I might be out with the girls with because we don't take up that much space. But when we're gonna have 3 kids out and about, I'm definitely gonna want to put it somewhere. Typically, Mark and I wear it, but just every once in a while, you know, you don't want to wear your bag. And I just feel like I can't get a lot in the cart with the diaper bag and all the stuff you need to put in, plus the kids. So having some hooks to actually put on a stroller and dangle the diaper bag off of there, I'm gonna need those. I'm going to need a new large Boone drying rack. I got rid of mine because I had had it since Sophie, so it was basically 3 years of straight use, and mine was getting beat, and I think it was getting some kind of mold that I could not get out of it. So I was just like, you know what, when I was done pumping for Remy, I just threw it away. I said I'll buy another one, and that one will last for the next 2 kids too. So I need that, and of course I'll be buying my breastfeeding favorites, things that I've learned that I've liked with both girls. I'll just be repurchasing that stuff. And the last kind of thing that is hands down gonna be needed, that is the Fisher-Price Auto Rock and Play. We do have the Fisher-Price rock and play that's just normal, you rock it by yourself, but we found very early that we regretted not getting the auto because Remy really did like to be rocked. We would fall asleep with like our arms and legs dangling off the bed trying to keep her rocking as long as we could before we fell asleep, and I just feel like I would really prefer to have the auto one. Plus my mom likes having the one that we have at her house, so when we visit a lot, baby has a place to sleep while we're all eating dinner or something like that. But it is hands down something that needs to be bought. The next bit of stuff is where wants versus needs really kick in. I guess I should have called this our next baby shopping list, and this would be like my wish list part of it, because it's not essential, it's not necessary, but we do have the money put aside for it, and if nothing comes up, this is what it will be used towards. The next thing on my list is the thing that I want the most, and that is the Owlet breathing and heart rate monitor. I can't remember what video it was, but I talked to you guys about how it's something that I thought I would grow out of, being concerned if baby was okay during the night and checking on them and stuff like that, but it definitely wasn't. I was just as anxious about it with Remy as I was with Sophie, and I just feel like it would definitely give me peace of mind and it would calm my nerves a lot. So I want to get that. I am really looking forward to having one. Next is this Bebe Olay blanket that I saw on Amazon. I have never owned anything from them, but oh my gosh, the second I saw this blanket, I was obsessed with it. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the I love you phrase. I think that's so adorable. It's written all over it. I really do like that it's just white and gray. It's nothing like too crazy, but I am absolutely in love with it. And speaking of blankets, my next one, and I feel like I'll really make myself choose between the Bebe Olay one or this one, and I think you guys know which one will win if you follow me on Instagram, but it's this Etsy Game of Thrones baby blanket. I know. It's a lot of money for a blanket, but it is so freaking adorable. I haven't seen anything else like it, and I just can't get over it. I would say that Game of Thrones is honestly my favorite television show, hands down. I'm just totally obsessed with it. I want to read the books, and when I saw this, it came up like recommended in my Etsy feed. I almost screamed. I was so excited. So I really want this baby blanket, and like I said, I think I'll make myself choose between both of them because there's no way that you need two $50 plus baby blankets. Next is something that I feel like you definitely don't need, but I want it so bad, and that is this baby diaper rash brush. Now, when I showed Mark this, he laughed. He thought it was like totally a joke. He didn't think it was like an actual product, but I want it so bad. I get diaper rash cream underneath my fingernails all the time, and it drives me crazy. I hate having to get it out from underneath there. It's just so gross. I don't know what it is. I just hate dealing with the underneath of fingernails. So this would obviously take it out of the equation, and I want this little 2-pack so I have one out in the living room and one in the bedroom. Like I said, it's totally unnecessary, but for the sake of my fingernails, I would love it. Next to last thing is something that I am pretty back and forth on. I really can't make up my mind, but that is a breast pump bag. Now, I originally wanted this bag that is by Juvy. It's in like this phenomenal print. I'm in love with it, and I love the idea of them doing breast pump bags, but at the same time, I have one. It works. I like it. I don't know what else to say about it. So I don't know that I'll end up actually getting it. Maybe I'll try to find more affordable options or something like that just to review for you guys, because I have had a lot of requests on some breast pump packing videos, but I don't know. I like the way my bag works. I don't think that I really need one aside from giving you guys some reviews, but this is my wish list, so it's gonna stay on there. And the last thing is a recliner. Now, I thought about putting this a little farther up on the list and making it more of like a necessity versus a want, but I just don't know that I can do it because I've lived this long without it. I feel like other things like the Owlet or stuff like that would make me feel better. It would be more useful, whereas the recliner, obviously it's a piece of furniture, it would get used, but it's later down the line that I find that I really wish I had a recliner to rock my toddlers if they're sick, if they're grumpy, you know, just stuff like that. I really feel like I wish I had one, but I feel like other stuff is more important, so that's kind of why it's at the end of the list. And because I have lived without it for so long, I know I could obviously keep doing it. But that is everything for my wish list. Like I said, mine might be pretty boring compared to other people's because we do have so much left from the girls, you know, activity gyms, extra saucers, you know, high chairs, stuff like that we already have. So this is a wish list slash shopping list for our next baby. I will be doing hauls whenever I am pregnant and finally buying stuff, and I'll do that with you guys. But I thought I would share this with you guys. I think it's really fun when you are trying to conceive to have this like little shopping list on your head. I don't know. I personally find it fun and just kind of exciting. Let me know in the comments down below what item you're wishing for the most the next time you have a baby. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks for watching.